following is a presentation of Flow Sports.
Good morning from Martin, Michigan. We are here with a beautiful track they call US 131 Motorsports Park. It is a crisp morning. The air is good to go, and we are starting off with Radial versus the World there in the lanes. I'm Kayla Morton with FloRacing, and you know what it is. It is my favorite day. It is your favorite day. It is Elimination Day, and although these Radial cars did very well in qualifying yesterday, Pro Mod, last qualifier last night, absolutely stole the show. If you missed that qualifying round, let's take a look at your highlights, and I'll show you what went on. First off, we have Kai Kelly. He lined up against Jacob McNeil again. Although Jacob got there first, Kai shoots himself in the number one spot for about 30 seconds, running a 3:56 with an 8. I went over there to that pit after they were done, and they are really excited to be in that number 4 spot. In the number 3 spot, Paul Gargas out of the Scotty Tidwell camp really runs a great pass there, 3:55 with the 7. That's about his 10th pass in that car, but you would never know it. He is driving that car beautifully, and I'm sure Tidwell is really happy with putting him in that car. Ryan Martin takes it right out from under Kai Kelly. Makes a solid run there, 3:55 with a 6, lights up the board. He was ecstatic at the top end of the racetrack, and he is doing very good for himself here in Pro Mod. But the star of the show from last night, Paige Coughlin, makes her Pro Mod debut. Not only does she go number 1, 3:55 with the 2, she is currently your record holder at the Midwest Drag Racing Series. She's done a great job piloting that car. I'm sure Peter Norton is really excited, and I'm sure he's really happy with his decision to put her in the car this weekend. Let's take a look at your standings so far. Paige Coughlin, number 1, 3:55 with the 2. Ryan Martin, 55 with the 6. Gargas, 55 with the 7. Top 3 cars all with that 3:55. Really impressive. Kai Kelly, number 4, and Jacob McNeil rounds out your top 5, 3:57 with a 2. This is an extremely tight field. Your bump spot right now is Aaron Wells, 3:62 with a 5. Really impressive field here in Martin, Michigan for the Shakedown in M-Town. But Pro Mod will get one more chance this morning to adjust, make some changes, and see if they can improve in that qualifying field. For your upcoming schedule, we are starting off. They are in the lanes, ready to rip. Radial versus the World will lead us. Pro 275, Limited Drag Radial, X275, Ultra Street, X255, Gangster X, Top Sportsman, Top Dragster, and then Pro Mod will get their final qualifying pass before we head into elimination round this afternoon. I'm really excited for this race. It's not often that you get to see radial cars and slick tire cars run at the same event. Samuel Peterson is doing a fantastic job with this surface, managing it so both kinds of cars can go right down through there and have the best shot possible to run really fast passes here today. We'll see what the points look like after this round of eliminations this afternoon. It is a battle in the Radial points as well as the Midwest points. Radial versus the World in the lanes, they're going to be your first class out. They're ready to rip.
All right, good morning. Ready to go here, US 131, the Shakedown at M-Town. Brought to you by a ton of great sponsors here this weekend. We're going to start it off with the fastest cars with doors in the world. That's right, Radial versus the World coming up here in the morning. The morning dew isn't even off of my windshield, and they're out here ready to make it happen. So Lyle Barnett will be in the left lane, Chris Daniel in the right lane out of Centerville, Georgia. The Dark Horse Chevrolet Camaro. I love that car. He came up and showed some numbers last night that were incredible with that machine. They are ready. So Brandon Stroud, the tuner out of Proline down there, tuning for Chris Daniels. His father Terry on the grounds this weekend, man, good to see them. Lee White tuning over in the left lane, and it's good to see Lee White back there. I know he's sore. He's went through a lot in the last couple of weeks after having a spill in one of those four-wheel doom buggy style machines. But he has tuned Lyle Barnett to some awesome numbers here. There they go, man. More, oh, look at this. Speaking of getting up early, how about 3:45 in the left lane? Lyle Barnett and a 46 in the right lane, man. And you look at the numbers on that 45. 45.49, 46.06. So close in a drag race down there in qualifying. But, man, unbelievable just to see you wake up. Samuel, you got it going on, dude. You and the whole crew. I mean, you wake up at this early in the morning, you put out the fastest cars on radial tires, and they're laying down the law. Incredible stuff. All right. All right. Good job, chap. As they get ready for that, 2 cars more to go. It's going to be Kyle, excuse me. And Kyle, not Lyle, but Kyle Dvorak and Johnny Camp coming up. The McHenry, Illinois-based driver in that 26 Chevrolet Camaro. And the Kohler Racing Team. Rob Kohler putting 2 cars together in the radial racing world. We thank him for that. He finds this young kid named Kyle Dvorak to do his deal. All right, so right now, Kyle Dvorak in the left lane, Johnny Camp in the right lane. Johnny Camp's very first time in Radial versus the World trim down there, borrowing and running for the Bojinga Racing Team. Manny Bojinga, that's the car on 315s that broke the radial record in a quarter of a mile with that car, with Manny doing the driving. Here we go. Keep your eye on that Fort White Floridian down there. Johnny Camp, he's very good in Pro Mod. Now he's found himself a ride right here. Could probably make him a name chiseled in marble. There they go, Kyle Dvorak off on the tree, down at the top end. Look at that run, 3.51 seconds. 3:50 for Johnny Camp. Bojinga Team coming around right there. And there's the Red Hat Mafia, Jamie Miller and guys down there tuning them up, talking to his co-tuners, saying, yeah, we got a good drag race coming up with us 4. Awesome deal, man. That's going to bring us right into Pro 275 as they roll up here. There it is. Pro 275 coming up with their final round of qualifying here on a Saturday morning. Brad Edwards over here out of North Carolina, and Enzo Pacini. Oh, the Godfather out of Ontario, Toronto. Is there an Ontario, Toronto, or is it Toronto, Canada? Yeah, Toronto, Ontario. Thank you. I apologize. Don't hate me. You know your flag's flying here today. Oh, and Enzo leaving the line like, oh man, kapoof. That ain't good right there. Enzo Pacini he's going to the rooster tail of death down there. Look at that, man. The goddess of the piston goddess or something got him right there. Little flash of fire coming out from under that thing, and Enzo Pacini's 401 at 178 may cost him a lot of time, but he has plenty of time to get that car running if he has the parts and pieces to do so. And if you have those parts and pieces, make sure you help out your fellow Canadian. Samuel, chin up, my friend, Samuel Peterson. You're the track god. You've proven it here on this morning. And, you know, things happen in the sport of drag racing. That is a great, great sign there. Enzo took everything with him around the return road. So we are ready to go into the action again here at Pro 275, bringing up Robert Adell and Rob Globo. And Rob Globo last night took 3 of our crew members and sent them to the doctors for back problems, pushing his car off the track. He had shattered a drive shaft, and they've got it fixed up, and they're ready to go. All you got to do is ask Andrew in the green shirt. He'll tell you all about pushing those lightweight Corvettes. There's the burnouts, man. Oh, look at Globo. What a picture of a burnout here on a Saturday morning, laying down the law down the right side of the racetrack out of South Michigan, the 69. Adell Racing Team will be over there. She's not going to be... All right, so Robert Adell, he'll be in the left lane. He's qualified. Pro 275. There goes Globo, drive shaft and all at 376.6 at over 204 miles per hour. Rob Globo down there making his way and showing that his drive shaft's ready to stay throughout the day. 376, and he rocks out as the fastest one in Pro 275 to hit the track this morning. 418 for Adele and company as they make their pass down there out of Michigan, the racing team, and that'll bring up next two. All right, if you left your race pants on the top end last night, they're still there. Go get them. We don't even want to know why they're there or why you would leave your race pants on the top end, but sometimes that could happen in excitement. Can't. Jared's out of it. He shuts it off in his final round of qualifying, but man, Paul Major's going to stay with it. He'll get the fastest run of the morning there. 3.70 seconds, 214 miles per hour. And did I tell you Jamie Miller's here? Look at the family down there. Good morning to the Red Hat Mafia. Here on a mission this weekend to tune someone to a championship or tune them to a victory here at the Shakedown. All right, so here we go. Here comes Eddie Harrison and Lyle Barnett. Two are gray, one is a Chevy, one is a Ford. Very fast cars right here. Coming into qualifying, Lyle Barnett running in the Tommy Omen's machine down there, owned and operated. Look at that wheel stand down there. Look at Lyle trying to chase that Chevrolet Corvette down through the stripe. 63. Barnett hits the stripe first because it was a red light starting the left lane. It's only qualifying, it don't matter. 366.3, 206, 363.8 faster for Eddie Harrison in the Chevrolet Corvette in the left lane. So he'll find the qualifying to appeal his taste here this morning as they check out that track.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me. Formulated to win, proven by me. Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me. Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
On back roads and drag strips, farm fields and the interstate, there's a movement growing. A movement of hardworking men and women that trust Hot Shot Secret to take care of their vehicles. It's the fastest growing diesel additive brand, but you don't have to take our word for it. Take theirs. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track proven. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
All right, I'll tell you what, listen up. So Racers Church has been rescheduled. It wasn't this morning. It was supposed to be at Keith Haney's, but they've moved it. And Racers Church has been rescheduled to 30 minutes before the Pro Mod drivers meeting. So after they qualify, we got another round of qualifying with Pro Mods. Then 30 minutes after, or before, excuse me, 30 minutes before the Pro Mod drivers meeting at the Mills Racing pit area, located behind the tower. This fine Callie Mills' pits, that's where Church will be. Oh, man, aggression, man. You love it this early in the morning. Getting up, they're not delivering papers. They are delivering rubber to the atmosphere, man, and it is awesome. Grantley Schloss down here, Brisbane, Australia. This 67 Chevy 2 champion car from last year in this category. Man won the championship. Nick Lazarenza, excuse me. My Italian friend down there in the right lane, backing up his little Fox body Ford Mustang, getting ready for his final round of qualifying here in Pro 275. Brought to you by LAT Racing Oils. Use the oils that the pros use. Use the oils that Proline Racing uses. LAT. Good stuff, my friends. And thank you to M&M Transmission for all they've done for us throughout the years and here today being a sponsor of this wonderful category. First four of X275 to the lanes, please. First four of X275 to the lanes. There we go. Grantley makes a little wobble down there, but not enough. Look at that number, man. How about that drag race, period? 366.0 to a 366.8 right there for Nick. Ford versus Chevrolet. And 8 thousandths of a second better would be the Chevrolet in the left lane on the ET at 366.0, 206. That'll round it up there for our qualifying, brought to you by M&M Transmission and the wonderful people at LAT Racing Oil out of Orange, California. Some good guys I met and turned into friends last year while doing the NHRA Pro Mod Series. Very, very good people. So anyway, more qualifying coming up here in the Radio Outlaws program. This is a points race for us here, and then we don't wait till October to go to the last one or two. That's Luke Smith. And that is Mo Hall coming up at the tower side. All right, so Mo Hall, who's had his share of an expensive weekend here, swapping an engine down there. Brandon Schweitzer down there with that Fulton tune-up down there with the nitrous oxide and Schweitzer Dynamics, doing his job. And I mean, he does the job well. He also tuning for Keith Haining, I believe, and a lot of other guys that utilize nitrous oxide. So he'll stand back and get a shot of Mo here. Big Eric's usually around there somewhere. I'm not seeing him down there today. They must not let him out with the ankle bracelet out of Maryland. Going to be a good race right here. Luke Smith, your #1 qualifier when we shut down yesterday. The red Chevrolet Corvette just keeps finding good numbers. And there he goes, leaving again. Man, that thing's running good. Down in the top end, 363.5 at over 207 miles per hour. And Mo Hall's got his share of problems, something going awry there, and he has to let her coast down there. But I'll tell you what, man, don't count the kid out with the hands in his jacket. Brandon Schweitzer, he'll come around and get you. And I mean, he'll get you when the getting is right. So good luck to Mo and all the guys down there from Maryland. Hopefully they can figure that thing out and get ready for first round of eliminations this afternoon. Well, the tractors are going to come out, do a little dance, do a little glue down, see how many flies we can catch on the paper. We'll be right back. Not Billy, not Jimmy, but Scott Carter to the lanes, please. Scott Carter to the lanes. All right, we're going to start them up here. Limited Drag Radial going to be next to come at you here. Their final round of qualifying. Limited Drag Radial brought to you by VP Race Fuels and Hyperactive. Hyperactive, the one-stop dyno shop. They do everything for you, from getting you all the good deals on parts and pieces, wiring, you name it. They can do it all out of Fox Lake, Illinois. Joe Oplowski and the family of Hyperactive doing their deal. Good morning, Deb. All right, so with that run right there, Arbogast goes down there at 4:21. The first one to set the pace down here in the final round of qualifying for this incredible class of LDR, Limited Drag Radial, right here with the Radial Outlaws racing program, as we are in a points race here at the Shakedown at M-Town. Dave Buckley, Lakeville, Illinois, coming up here. Whoa, someone had a little something going on there in the transmission or the tire spinning. 470 for Buckley down there at 123. Buckley goes 423 at 181 for Husband. All right, here's the old Mustang of Aaron Johnson coming up, and isn't too old looking. And there's one of my favorite cars on the grounds. And if you're not a Chevy Nova lover, you won't understand. But that car is beautiful. That is the Warden. And for some reason, I would wear a bow tie soap on the rope and hang out with that guy. All right, Chevrolet, Greg Shear, Wyoming, Michigan, right down the street here. guarantee he had a dream as a young kid, coming to this racetrack, not too far away, or hearing the noise in the backyard on a Saturday night, thinking I'm gonna be there one day. Well, he's there, and he's well represented here today, so go get him, kid. Oh, man, gets out and strikes the tire right there in LDR for the Warden. Down there in the left lane, 429, 167, Aaron Johnson. So Greg Shears, 909, just coasting down there, and he's still coasting down there. Looks like a slot car from this viewpoint, so low to the ground. And right when I say one of my favorite cars, but you know what? I said this last night too. All the way from Laurel, Louisiana, the 72 Duster of Logan Ferneau. Ferneau, sorry about that, Ferneau. I know there's a Ferneau out there somewhere, but this is Ferneau. Beautiful car. Man, that Duster is gorgeous. Waving the air out. Got Jim Munson down there. Munson over there, a Michigan native. Got big stuff on the back window. With all the new things in the world that you can utilize for your fuel injection and your computer systems, this man's still going old school with Michigan, and the stuff works to this day to the T if you got the right tuners with it. So Jim Monson, ready to go in his little Mustang, twin turbocharged entry. Sitting in the left lane, the green Duster. Somehow I look at that car and I think of Fran. Look at that drag race, man. And having to shut it off, man, at 4.09 seconds. Logan Ferneau had to shut her down at 4:16, 144. Oh, look at the smoke down there for Munson. That looks like a swamp at 6:30 in the morning when you're driving by one when the cool air's hitting it. So he'll go down there, Jim Munson. We'll have to check that and assess it from the top end guys and see if there's anything leaking. But man, there was a lot of smoke coming out of that car in the left lane. So once again, don't forget Racers Church has been rescheduled, and it'll be 30 minutes before the Pro Mod drivers meeting. 30 minutes before the Pro Mod drivers meeting. Racers Church will be held over at the Mills Racing Trailer pit area, right behind the tower. Cali Mills, go down there and you can enjoy the word on this beautiful Saturday morning. I never had breaking bread. You know what I mean? I ever tried, like you see, and he dropped an almond. Oh, you got my ear on your ankle. All right, there's the sound you like to hear. Jimmy Dale coming up, the 202 Chevrolet Camaro, limited drag radial, and the Kohler Racing Team. So Robert Kohler putting this team together along with Kyle Dvorak's Radial versus the World car. Jimmy Dale's done a wonderful job driving this, a guy who comes out and originated the little gangster category that they run down in the South down there. We have Gangster X here, but that guy's pretty darn good at getting behind the wheel. So Jimmy Dale will be in the left lane. In the right side, Paul Satterfield. Satterfield, beautiful Chevrolet Camaro. Well, this yucky guy found the ride right here. Here we go. Oh, tire spin in the right side. Jimmy Dale will have none of it. He'll go down there beating up that clock at 4:13.5 at 189 miles per hour. Michael Pollan down there, his groupie guy for life, man. I'll tell you what, those two are just like glue, stuck together. Pollan's good to see you down there enjoying the races. I mean that from my whole heart. Old Beard of Knowledge tried to get me in a bar fight with that guy one night, but I'm like, no way. Good guy. Any guy that can go through those things in life and still enjoy the sport and be out there and represent is a friend of mine. So with that, Jimmy Dale finds himself at 4:13. Let's look where he finds himself on the qualifying ladder. Jimmy is right there at number 14. 402 with a 6, 188. Paul Satterfield coasts down there after spinning the tires. He'll have to stick with what he's got throughout the qualifying of the 3 days here. And Wally Farbakey out of Barrington, Illinois, the iRestore machine, getting ready to come up. Hyperactive Joe standing down there. Don't let him fool you because he's got his hands in his pockets. He's got a secret little trigger. Jason Terrell to the lanes, please. Jason Terrell to the lanes. It's going to be an all-Mustang battle right here. Keith Rea in the Derry, Pennsylvania. I think it's Derry, or they spelled it D-E-R-R-Y on the screen, but he's from Pennsylvania when his 04 Mustang will be in the right lane. Wally, the big man, nice man. Guy's got a heart of gold right here on the left side. Will back up, owns the iRestore company, and they go all over Illinois. I mean, he's got a huge company restoring. They do a lot of siding, hail damage, windows, roofing, concrete, whatever type of work. They can make your house beautiful, so all I gotta do is look at his car. Looks good. You got Jugats down there with him and Big Joe hanging out, the young kid who just started down here with the team out of Palatine, Illinois. Let me say good morning to all the birds out there in the trees. All right, Big Wally, here we go. Let's see him get in the 80s in the morning. Wouldn't that be nice? Like an 83 maybe? Nice hit of the throttle there in his Proline powered Mustang. He had to pedal it though for just a split, man. I'm telling you, what did I say, 80s would be nice? Well, he pedaled it to 3.99 seconds. Got off the throttle. Hey, Ryan Wurst, what's up, dude? Good morning. I'll tell you, Ryan Wurst's such a good kid right there. I knew him when he was about knee-high. I don't know, he was dragging a Kimby, picking bubblegum off the sidewalk. He's a good kid, though, man. It's nice to see him down there, Bam Bam. Stay there. That's one of my bodyguards, so I can mess with him. Anyway, those are good family members, man. Awesome people to watch and see Wally go down there, and Big Joe making his way back to the pits. Jugats alongside of him. he's got his work cut out for him. Get out there and rip the car apart. But Wally's in qualifying mode, and where do we find Wally over there? How about number on the list today? Number 9 right now, as we are into the LDR category. Wally is number 9, 392, 194. And you saw him just pedal a 99 out there, so the car's running pretty consistent at this point. God, what a treat to work up here with the gal from the Pueblo area. That's how I remember it. Don't get upset. I know. Sometimes I miss going down there to that country. Now we're going to see Chad Henderson and Mitch Micah. Oh, Chad bringing a Buick to new rhythms. Man, did you hear that? Did you hear the motor talking, the tires smoking, and Chad getting out there going, man, I feel I got the chisel plow down on this baby. For help from way up down there, man. How about that 395, Chad Henderson? 386, though, for the Micas or whatever they be. They're out of Palatine, Illinois, man, and I'm going to tell you what a run. He's found that thing, got it in the 80s, and that car is very, very consistent, man. One to watch out for. How about a .975 60 foot out there for Matt, Norb, and Mitch doing their thing. And Miller, I don't know if Miller's here today, the crew chief that helps out. Another good guy, knows a lot about racing and race cars. That rolls us right into a pairing that will rock your world. Jamie Hancock down here in the big nitrous oxide assisted Pat Busey powered Chevrolet Camaro. Jamie's father down there, the crew chief on the team. His brother usually in the house helping out. All right, son, slow her down. Come on, that's what he's saying on that PA right now. There's the purge to bring the pressures down, and you don't see him even qualifying and beating this car up. This car runs so good. Being Jamie Hancock, and Brian Weddle will be over there. Frederick, Maryland. The supercharged Chevrolet Camaro in the right lane. Good looking piece, man. Very cool at night to watch that car with the headlights on. Coming off the starting line and just ripping up the 1/8 of a mile here at the Shakedown at M-Town. Here we go. Pull them in and get it done. Jamie Hancock, champion in this category. Hancock. Hancock, Weddle, man, 83 for Weddle down there. The Marylander goes 188 miles per hour. Call that 190 or 89. I mean, 188.92. If we would just give him like another foot of track down there. But 385.7, 185 miles per hour for Jamie Hancock. So all the way from Opelika, Alabama, that team doing wonderful. Look out for them through the days. Speaking of Alabama, how about Huntsville, Alabama? How about the guy who just won the throne down there at US 60 Dragway in Kentucky for our points, non-point series? But it was a battle for the thrones. And it would have been this young man in the right side at 6'7", I think he stands tall, in that big American flag carrying Monte Carlo out of Huntsville, Alabama. Been running good with that car, twin turbocharged billet piece under the hood as they back up, and Tommy Yeoman's doing the driving of his Judge Pontiac in the left lane. Here we go, they're in. They're gone. Oh, Shane trying to get that Pontiac, man. That Pontiac's gonna go 81 to Shane's 86. 200 mile per hour charge in the Judge. Talk about laying the mallet down. Well, Lee White down there, good to see that he's doing better and healthy, as Lee White is tuning a bunch of cars here this weekend. It's good to see. He's back in the swing of things down there. The Pontiac running some stout numbers, man. 200 miles per hour, 381.8. That'll put Yeomans down there in qualifying right there at number one, 381.8 at 200 miles per hour. He goes past Jamie Stanton's 82 flat, and not by much, believe me. I mean, you got 381.87, so call it 9. You're talking a touch of the clock. Jamie Stanton's going to probably want to hurry up and get that thing in there before old man sun pops out again. I'll tell you what, don't forget that the greatest looking t-shirts are on sale here this weekend. And if you want to represent radial drag racing, go see Boss X. She has everything down there by the concession area on the pit side. Go down and see her and the Sapp family also this weekend. Great people. Get something great from Boss X. The apparel trailer is down there, and I mean, there's a choice for everyone, from ladies to men. You'll wear some of her great looking new painted shirts I really enjoy looking at. Make sure you check them out. Boss X Apparel hanging out this weekend as So Steph sent me a text, and I apologize. I'm not one of those phone guys. I'm going to have to bring my kid with me. But go down there and see all that great apparel. She said she's got a lot of great things on sale down there. Check it out. I'd like to lighten the load on the way back to Florida here. And it could be done. Look at the purge down there coming out of the dual antennas that were never factory on that Chevrolet Camaro. Jay Trissel coming up. West Unity, Ohio. The 02 Chevrolet Camaro will be in the left lane. And here comes the guy that was number one until the Pontiac showed up. and took it away by a touch. I mean, it could be a Timex commercial by how he beat the #1 qualifier out, being Tommy Yeomans. The Tristle. Keep your eye on Jamie Stanton. That's the story right now in this category of limited drag radial. Will he surpass Tommy Yeoman and go to the #1 spot? That's the whole trick, if he can do it. He's going to try. Look at Tristle hanging with him, man. And look at that, 380 with a 1 goes to #1 in qualifying. Tommy Yeoman got to enjoy it, not even to get back to the pits on time to enjoy that #1 spot. Jamie Stanton said, take that. Comes back there with his fine Chevrolet Camaro, Patriot Chevrolet Camaro, Patriot Fab Shop. Jake and all the guys down there doing a wonderful job. And that is awesome to see them get beat up and then come back and say, I'll meet you at the bike racks and take it back. Here he comes, ready to go. Nino, right there. Their Canadian friends down there. They'll be in Rob Zarcone's car next weekend, doing the racing. Right now, he's ready to rock and roll. He said, my car never does wheelies like that. Well, now that you made the change, it won't. It'll spin the tire, though, as hard as it can right there. Nino will go down, get into the qualifying list down there at 7.59 seconds at 128 miles per hour for that team.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me. Formulated to win, proven by me.
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 Formulated to win, proven by me.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
On back roads and drag strips, farm fields and the interstate, there's a movement growing. A movement of hardworking men and women that trust Hot Shot's secret to take care of their vehicles. It's the fastest growing diesel additive brand, but you don't have to take our word for it. Take theirs. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track and proven. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
You'll see them walking around in the bleachers or wherever. Buy the 50-50 tickets. Someone last night won $250. But more importantly was that the proceeds that they didn't win all go to help those juniors get to Tennessee. So the tractors will rub and scrub. It's our final round of qualifying in the Radial Outlaws Racing Series, brought to you by Fuel Tech and the fine people. I will tell you all the great sponsors that we have here. Associated sponsors, of course, Proline Racing. Thank you to Eric Dillard for all he's done throughout the years. His trailer's over there filled with all types of nice hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, and all things. Represent Proline Racing, some of the fastest cars you see in all the categories may be utilizing a Proline Racing engine. So thank you to the Dillard family. Mickey Thompson Tires, of course, Chris is on the ground here today. I've seen Chris somewhere setting up, and if you need to get a deal on tires, even if you're not a racer and you want to get a set of tires, this is the place to do it. You get some good deals at the racetrack. So go down to Mickey Thompson and check that out. Advanced Sleeve, thank you. All right, Cameron Massengill. To the lanes, please. Z06 Chevrolet Corvette, Cameron Massengill, to the lanes. It's our final round of qualifying. Jamie Stanton went back to the top. 380, 1.4 at 194 in a mile per hour. Now, Yeomans had him at 200 miles per hour at 381.8, but lost the number one qualifying spot. And that'll lead us right into the X275 category here with Nick Kokis coming up here out of, is it Warminster, Ontario? His 82 Mustang will be in the left lane. The Canadians now backing up. They're representing Lights Out 17 in all the races they've been to. In the right side, Scott Carter out of Holly, Michigan. The cool looking injection or induction system on that machine, that 95 Mustang. Here we go, Canada and Michigan. They border each other, but the Canadians said we'll have none of it. Oh man, goes out there and then he shut it off. You could see he got out of it. 450, 125 miles per hour for Kokis. Nick down there on Ontario goes down through there, and let's see where Kokis finds the qualifying of number 12 with a 452, 450. Shut him off, guys. Yeah, I got to apologize to Logan. And thank you to the guys that are sending the text down there to Too Tall Jones back there at Great Lakes Dragway. Logan is from Iowa. He's not from Louisiana, but it did sound good being from Louisiana, and the Cajun announcer we brought in just for that deal. We sent him out, and we have brought in a full corn-fed beef announcer that'll be bringing up all the Iowa action here when the Duster shows up again. Oh, man, I'll tell you, I'm going to say a big thank you to a guy I simply love. Thank you to Butters for keeping me focused and bringing me through all these races throughout the year. I mean, we're going to October now. We won't see him until October. And it's always a treat. And Tamara, thank you. I'm talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow. And no, you don't die.
I'm here with Keith Haney, the owner of the Midwest Drag Racing Series. I want to know how this event kind of came to be. We have two of the greatest series that are now combined, and it's not often that you see a radial race and a slick race come together, be so successful, and have a giant field of 30-plus pro mods on the property.
Pretty crazy, you know. Donald and I, over the years, we've had our
Careful now.
Yeah, radial racing. It was fun, and there was a whole lot of bantering going back and forth. And then last year, somewhere close to the middle or the beginning of the year, they started talking about the Shakedown and how it originated from, Englishtown to Bill Bader's track to Virginia Motorsports Park, and then last year, David Hance talked to Donald. They gave Donald the Shakedown name, and we decided to bring it here with the Midwest. And last year was amazing too, but this year's off the hook. I mean, the bump last year we thought was great, and it was 65. It's already 62. So it's been been great. All these racers showed up. The marketing partners, showed up. Top sportsman, top dragster showed up. We bring 3 classes to this race. But you remember back in the day, because you've been racing a long time, you remember when the throwdowns were radial races before they were pro mod races. And so this is basically what we've done. And Samuel does a good job with the track prep here. We've been doing it a long time, so putting it together and watching all these, everybody's making record runs. I mean, you got Paige Coughlin that's never even been in a pro mod car, and I think she went 58.
Yeah, she did.
So that's pretty badass. And then all the other people are doing really what, you know, I can name all of them, Rousseau, and there's just a ton of them. But to believe in the series and to show up and believe in Donald and what we're trying to create with the Shakedown, we have some big news for maybe next year. We'll see if that comes out or works out as planned. But the Shakedown, it's going to take it a couple of years. You know, this is the second year here, and I believe this will be as everybody, I said it last year, you can go back if you rewind, I said, for the racers that didn't show up to this event, you will next year. Well, we had 23 the first year. We had 30 plus this year. I think it's starting to get some traction. And if you talk to every one of the racers here, they're all having a ball. And they're getting to meet people they don't get to talk to often. And then my marketing partners are in the radio world that they're not, you know, they may not be in. So it's kind of a whole thing. And then FloRacing's done a really good job with the live streaming and everything that's going on. And Luke in the box up there with Al Tucci, everything's kind of going pretty dang good.
It is going pretty good, and I will say at this race and with the Midwest, everybody kind of feels like family. Like, we're all cooking hibachi later. The pits are just lit up with people. We're bouncing back and forth between each other's pits. Everyone's helping everyone whenever something goes wrong, and it's just a different vibe here at the Midwest Pro Mod Series.
It is, and here's something that I find interesting is, you know, they say all the street outlaw people couldn't race, right? And, of course, Sean drives my blue car. And now you got Ryan, you got Paige, you got Robin Roberts, you got Justin Swanstrom, you got, I mean, if you look, all of them have, what are they doing? What is everybody doing? They're jumping into Pro Mod because that's the show now, you know. And so I think they've proven Callie Mills, you know, #1 with a screw car against these centrifugals. I think you're seeing a different movement. And Wes, I don't know if anybody has seen Drag Illustrated stuff, but last night, if you look, the information that's on that press release, from all the timing to reaction times to, I mean, about the event, what's happened before the event, what's happening after the event. I mean, it was pretty cool stuff Wes has done over there, and he was excited. Of course, he sent it to me, and I was like, I read it, and I was like, oh, this is badass, you know. So it's kind of all working, and a lot of that information comes from Flo and their timing, you know, working with the timing system and getting everybody's names up and their ETs up online. People don't realize how much it takes to do that. It's pretty significant. Sometimes we're not perfect at it, but
no, we're not. There are a lot of moving parts, and it's not just a movement that we're creating. It's a big, exciting movement, and it takes all of us to make racing what it is and to improve it from here on out. And it's doing nothing but growing, and it's a really exciting sport to be a part of.
I can tell you right now, Pro Mod, hands down, is the biggest class of any racing. If you take a look at all the classes here, our Midwest race, we have more Midwest racers than they do any single class that they have in radial racing. If you look at NHRA, same thing. If you look at PDRA, same thing. So you look at where Pro Mod is, you can go to a Pro Mod race pretty much every week now. And so a lot of them are choosing where to go, but they're still supporting the little series. And I call myself a little series, and I'm perfectly fine for it because we're all about the racetracks and all about the racer. I don't do it to make any money because I don't make any at it. I come to race. I want a place to race, and these racers want a place to race where they're not spending, you know, I don't know, $3,000 to drive across the country from Texas.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have somewhere to race. And I think by us meeting in the middle here a little bit, it kind of helps them say, well, you know what, maybe I'll drive to Tulsa. And we do. We got Bob Glenn that lives in Florida. He leaves his stuff in Tulsa and then comes here and leaves his stuff in Martin. He's leaving it here until the next race. It just, I mean, everybody's working together to try to, you know, one, save money and to be able to race. Because we know ain't nobody doing this, but the only reason anybody's pro mod racing or racing in general is because they don't like their money.
You're not wrong. Well, I will say I have really enjoyed this race thoroughly. It's so fun to watch the two types of racing come together. I think they are calling you, and it's your time to shine for Q3. Keith, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking in.
He gave me the fist pump. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. I love to see that. I remember, I'm 64 tomorrow, but I will tell you what, I remember as a kid doing just that. My dad taking me to the drag strip, and I had to get on my knees to get into the wooden bleachers. I was so terrified, and I told you about the Royal Gorge. It's a true story. I dropped right down when that thing made its first windy move on that bridge, and I'm looking down there, I'm like, ah. All right, so here we go. X275 back at you in Austin Keene out of Potomac, Illinois. The 84 Buick Regal in the left lane. And you look at that car, and we look where he's qualified, and he's down there at number 11 right now in qualifying. He's going 435. Right side's going to be Stephen Barnett, Royce City, Texas, the 89 Mustang. So Stephen gets in. Lights are going to come down. Here they go. Wow, look at that Texan showing that Buick to the stripe down there in the 1/8 of a mile. 4.18 seconds at 170 miles per hour. Quicker on a mile per hour would be Keene in the Buick. 174 mile per hour pass at 4.319. And you go down there and look for Keene. He's still sitting there in the number 11 spot with a 4:31.9. That run he just made. And I'll go up to the top here and look for Barnett as I look at my qualifying sheet. And Barnett looks to be right there. Stevens at number 6 in qualifying with a 20. With an 18, I apologize. 18-1. Just ran that. Here's Nino Meglio and Anthony Manna. God, these two names could be racing for a cannoli, you know? Yo, Anthony, it's not Wednesday, it's not Prince Spaghetti Day, but it's cannoli day here on a Saturday at the Shakedown out of Schiller Park, Illinois. Anthony Manna will back that Chevrolet 98 model Camaro up here to the left side of the racetrack. Nino Meglio out of Toronto, Ontario. The old, I know it's the old Zex Chevrolet Corvette, ZEX, nitrous oxide car. The 88 model vet backing up, has done some wild wheel stands. The Canadians now proud to be here. Got their flag flying high along the United States flag right here at US 131. The Shakedown in M-Town. Here we go. Final round of qualifying. X275 Eliminator on the line. Look at Nino. Look at that nitrous oxide Chevrolet Corvette trying to huff and puff. Goes 443.160. Quicker by a 1/10 of a second to the left lane. 434.169 for Anthony Manna. Manna down there as he'll be qualified. We'll go and see at the number 10 spot right now. He sits. And Nino is number 13. With the Corvette, 443 with that run. So they're putting them on the boards. They're going faster than they did all weekend, which is pretty impressive right here. And hat off again to the track prep of young Samuel and his team down there. They've done a phenomenal job, believe me. When you show these guys running numbers that they ran in the nighttime and they're beating them right here in the daytime, there's just that one point when that sun does come out, man, it's tough on a lot of these radial tire cars. But right now it seems to be working out well. David Hutnick over here, Valparaiso, Indiana, will be in the left lane. Philip Reichert will be in the right lane over there. Big Joe from Hyperactive, I think, working on the car, helping out once in a while with Hutnick. Trying to pull him into the right area on the starting line, and they'll take on Reichert's beautiful Festus, Missouri-based Chevrolet Camaro. That is a good-looking ride right there. The little wing over there, 68 model, I believe. All right, Reichert hits the tire, and David Hutnick not going to show any improvement in this round. I got a great Joe story. Joe from Hyperactive. I got a great story. Joe, do you remember, and I don't want to bring up things because I love the family, but you remember when the preacher, when we were together that one day, and the preacher bumped into me? You remember, Joe. Just think about it. That's all I got to say. Here comes Ron Rhodes. Old Joe, man. He ain't old. He's still young. But Joe, he feels old. Is that your gal next to you over there? Oh, Courtney. What, is that right? Courtney, how you doing? How is everything? Thanks for letting me spend 20 minutes with your beau yesterday. That was very kind of you. I didn't see any jealous tendencies or anything, but it's all right. He's a good guy. Here we go. Ready to go is Ron Rhodes. He'll pull up the Townsend, Delaware-based machine in the left lane for his final shot at qualifying. The big block powered machine this year, utilizing 396 cubic inch or something of that nature in that car. He'll be taking on Haley Hawes out of Spencer, North Carolina, the young lady who got qualified into this field pretty well, man. She drove that thing to the number 9 spot, running in the 421 range at over 174 miles per hour. So keep your eyes on her. Young lady in the right lane and a many-time champion record setter in the left lane, Ron Rhodes. Oh, look at Rhodes, but look at the lady in the right lane as Rhodes takes a little heifer smoke out of that thing. 4.12 seconds. Finds a 10th of a second. Where will that put her? Right there with a 10th of a second. She goes all the way to number 3. It is a good view. Lenny Grauberg and Derek Cooper. Cooper will be in the right side out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. In the nitrous oxide. Is he originally from Colorado? Oh, Derek did? Oh, that's right. He moved from the west out to the, he wanted more racing. Didn't he move out this way? Well, it says Bowling Green, Kentucky. I did talk to Derek You're right. He said, I'm going to go where there's racing because I don't want to just race once a year. I want to race all the time. So Lenny Bromberg going to go down there and show that nitrous oxide Camaro. The stripe first at 4.20, 174 miles per hour for that charge. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds like white rice. It does. The white rice machine of Eric LaFerrier, Cumberland, Rhode Island. And Kevin Furno was up here. Kevin, come here. I want to get you on the mic real fast because it's all over the world. We're even in Japan this morning, and they're listening. But anyway, your kid's car, that Duster's beautiful. I don't know how long a car like that would take to build if he did it himself, but what a job.
Yeah, it's taken him a long time. He really puts a lot of time into his car. He loves it a lot.
Now, what started his career in wanting to go fast and go drag racing?
I think maybe I did it.
Would you race at a time?
No, I didn't race, but I got a lot of old Mopars, and I helped him build some Pinewood Derby cars to start with.
Isn't that cool? See, these are the stories we like to learn. You see the green Duster out here today, and you learn about how the young man, his father here saying, you know, they built a lot of Pinewood cars and had a lot of Mopars. Do you have any collector Mopars that you still kept?
Yeah, I still have a few cars that I've kept, but all three of his Pinewood Derby cars had Hemis in them too.
No kidding, the little, you put the model on there?
Yes, and it was so funny. Our first year, we had a Hemi in his car, and then the next year at the races, you started seeing some other people put engines in their Pinewood Derby car.
You guys started a fad over there, you know what I mean? You remember the old Cox airplanes? I remember my dad on Christmas bought us one. He goes, I'm going to show you. One lap, boom, hit the ground, destroyed the airplane. We're all sitting there, wow. But I kept the little guy. When my kid got in the Cub Scouts, I glued that little guy into there under a quarter for weight. I put a quarter down there. Then I put the little guy on top. So the guy came back out of retirement.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Logan also had Scooby-Doo. He liked Scooby-Doo, and he was driving the Hemi car.
There you go. That's what it's all about. I got to thank you, man. Thanks for sharing some of those family stories. That's what it's all about. Thanks for Logan bringing it up.
Thank you. Have a great day.
What a proud dad, man. That's a proud dad moment to watch his son go into the Mopars like he was and build one of the most beautiful Dusters I've ever seen. Wow. Capri's over there already triggering the camera, man. She's getting in faces and places that none of us ever get to go. All right, so tractors will do their job again here and get us ready for the next category. That was X275. All right, big thank you to Hearts Charger, also associated sponsors supporting our categories here. AJPE, Alan Johnson, Professional Engineering and Motor Building. Those guys building some serious power, a title sponsor. We thank them. Mohall Mechanical, thank you for joining us on board here this weekend. Total Seal Piston Rings, Rob Kohler Racing, Daniel Investments, we thank you, and we thank the Fuel Tech guys and the fine people from Diamond Pistons, Keith Haney Racing, and New York Motorsports. Thank you for all you do. New York Motorsports. Yeah, big thank you to the man who created this event, the Shakedown at E-Town back in the day. God, was that a good time. Talk about bringing small tire cars together, and Dave Hance having so much fun with his crew, the chef, and all the guys down there making it happen. I enjoyed those days. But it still lives here, and Dave is just proud to turn that over. He turned it over to Norwalk, to the Bader family, and then it moved to Virginia, and now it's here where it should be. So, the Shakedown at M-Town, thank you to all. Specialty sponsors here this weekend, VP Race Fuels, thank you so much. The glue sponsor, we thank them for all the glue that we're utilizing, and one of the best glue manufacturers in the business, VP. We thank you for that, and the official tire, Mickey Thompson Tires. Of course, I said Chris is in the house this weekend with his helpers, and I apologize I didn't get their names, but go down to Mickey Thompson Tire and see if they've got a good deal for you here this weekend. Don't forget the 50-50 goes to a good cause here this weekend, as the US 131 Junior Drag Racing team is selling 50-50 tickets to get the team to the Eastern Conference in Bristol, Tennessee, the big finals. It's a big important thing when you're from the state of Michigan and you want to go to a championship race and it's in Tennessee. And you need to get the funds. Well, I want to put out a big thank you to all the Pro Mod teams that helped last night. And Callie, and they came up here and told me, man, they put some funds in that jar that should get those kids a big smile to making that trip over to Tennessee. So you can also help out by donating to the Junior Drag Racing team by stopping at their pits, trying the skill at the starting line tree, visiting the beautiful Dalmatian Lucy, she's down there. Visit Lucy, very nice dog. All right, so the tractors go down, and again, we'll say it throughout the whole weekend. We've been telling you about all the great deals on the track. Well, Boss X has some phenomenal deals. And go down there and check out all the apparel, sweatshirts. I think she has beanie hats, all the neat things that you want to look like you belong with the Radio Outlaw Racing Association. All you got to do is stop by there, dress the part, walk around and say, look at me. Oh, that's right. If you see a car that you may like out here, and you can see some of the apparel hanging on the tents down there in some of the areas, represent, that helps them out. Spark plugs, all the little things in life helps them get to the track, pay for room and board and meals, buy a t-shirt, enjoy life.